What's good, everybody, and welcome to the No Limit Podcast. It's a temporary setup for right now, guys. I'm getting my setup in order right now, but starting the podcast now, episode number 1, and I think I might start some reactions on the side, and maybe do a podcast, 2 or 3 times a week, but. Yeah, this is it, man. I just wanted to talk about some current events going on. You know, I uh, I know that everybody's talking about it right now, but what else can you talk about, man? It's uh, it's sad to see, but I also feel like, we've seen it before, but not like this, man. Something's different about this time. I think we're finally seeing some real change here. And that's good to see, man. It's positive. It's looking up. And it's beautiful to see all these people come together. You know what I mean? And in support of the same thing, the same ideals. And I'm from a pretty conservative, small town, a conservative area. I have family members that, have those issues. Which, by the way, I've had to cut a lot of them off because of it. My cousin I grew up with, he's like a brother to me. I've had some issues with him even, and um, yeah, it's just my girl's half black and half Mexican, so he said some little slight things here and there, and I confronted him about it, and we got into it, and yeah, I haven't talked to him since, so it's I don't know, it's just I just don't understand how anybody can see it in that light, let alone I just don't get it, but yeah, the way I look at it, man, I know everybody's everybody's just they're staying equal right now, pretty much in the middle of, they don't, obviously they don't, don't support the rioting, but they understand why, and it's like, yeah, of course it's not good, but who are we to say, like, who are white people to say anyway, to tell someone how to feel about what they've been through and how they've been oppressed, because we we will never truly know, no matter how hard we try, we'll never know. And I don't know, it's like, to me, I just feel like we're just sick of seeing it, man. It's disgusting, and it's time's up for that, man. Hopefully, our generation will be the one to really put that foot in the gear that starts that real change, man. And I hope to see that in the future. And it looks like the way things are turning out, with Biden putting that no choke restraint on police officers, that new law that's in order, and yeah, it's amazing, man. It went from, how crazy everything has been and how rough, and then it's turning around into a positive thing. So that's beautiful to see. But yeah, I just, there's a lot of family members I don't talk to anymore because of that whole situation. It's a touchy subject for me because I just grew up with everybody, and I just don't see it that way, man. I don't even understand that mindset. But yeah, I feel like it's time for change, man. And I also feel like with this pandemic that's happened, this coronavirus, it's like the perfect timing for it kind of, I don't know, it seems like it, it kind of softened everybody up a little bit. It kind of, everybody pumped the brakes and they stopped and realized, what everything that's going on around them, you know, life was just flying by a million miles an hour, and we finally got to stop and say, I guess smell the roses, as you could say. And yeah, I don't. It's been a rough year, man. It really has. It's been a rough year, but it's also, I mean, of course, for the ones that have died, it's a horrible thing, but I think it was almost the perfect storm, you know, for just everything happening with that, and George Floyd, and rest in peace, George Floyd, man. First and foremost, I mean, I I can't, yeah, I don't even want to say it, man. I can't get that. Once I saw that, I just can't get that video out of my head, man. It's just disgusting. It's just, it's something that we've dealt with a long time in our country, and honestly, it should have been over a long time ago, man. It's crazy. It's just, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just insane, man. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's moving on to, yeah, and it's funny, man. Also, this thing I saw with Tekashi 6ix9ine is making a video with Akon, man, and it just like that. But uh, that, I mean, yeah, great transition, right? Great transition. But yeah, I just that crushed me, man, knowing that. But yeah, man. So on the brighter things, man. Sorry to bring that to such a serious hope, but that's just a discussion that needed to be had. And yeah, but moving on to a brighter subject, I saw that Tekashi 6ix9ine, Akon is making a remix with him on the Locked Up, and that's just a tragedy, man, because that song is a classic. I mean, growing up, man, just hearing that all the time, and knowing people that I had a buddy that was in and out of prison. I mean, all the time, and that was like his anthem, man, his national anthem. And for anybody that's been locked up, I just can't see. I don't know. It just having a snitch on there, it just ruins the whole thing, man. It's like, and a lot of people don't even know, man. Like, Akon's a legend in his own right. Like, what he's done for his own country, man. I mean, this man has damn near single-handedly created an entire electric grid. I mean, he's starting, in Africa, moving slowly but surely, and created what is it, an electrical grid for poor people in Africa, man. I mean, they don't even have to pay for it, so it's crazy that he's done that all on his own. And yeah, I mean, it's impressive, man. So yeah, he's a legend in his own right. Nobody can ever take that away from him, but yeah, what he's done for his people, man. And yeah, it just kind of ruined that whole thing for me, man. But I don't know. We'll see if that really goes through or not, man. I mean, I can't even imagine what being like in this man's life has got to be hell, man. I mean, he's got security guards 24/7. I mean, this man he can't even go to a Starbucks if he's seen in a drive-thru, man. I mean, that's it. It's like, you gotta worry about even your own, your own security. Somebody potentially, infiltrating them and paying maybe somebody could pay his own security. It's like, I mean, he's always. I mean, you hear stories about people having to look over their shoulder, man. Like, it wasn't even like that in the mob. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it's gonna be for him. Like, he ain't looking over his shoulders, man. He's just like every breath is a miracle for him, man. Honestly, it's like that's why I said it's like it ain't worth it, man. What do you get out of that? What do you get out of snitching? I mean, do you get paid? Are you getting a check from it? I mean, you're gonna help the police do their job for him? No, man. Of course that's why they just interrogate people all the time, because they just of course they would rather get it out of them than have to get off their ass and actually do something, man. That's their job. Like, just fucking sitting around half the time anyway in their car, driving around and doing God knows what. But let them do their job, man. Don't Nobody comes to your job and does it for you. So it's like, you know what I mean? Not even on the aspect of the street stuff. It's just like, I never did get that. But yeah, anyway, uh, yeah, it's funny because oh yeah, I'm gonna have that next time. Get mine. Maybe I can do that.